Place your hands down on your knees or in your lap, however they fall naturally. Maybe close your eyes or lower your gaze down. We'll take just a few quiet moments here. Notice as you feel your body weight pressing into your mat and you feel supported underneath. And that gives you a feeling of being grounded. So we'll just begin to make a connection with our breath here. Just a few more breaths. Now begin to open your eyes and sit up nice and tall. Inhale to take a big breath up. Reach up and exhale down. The first few moments of class is one of the things I love best about yoga. There's not many other physical activities that have it all structured into the class or the program. To take a few quiet moments at the beginning and just set your mind. Now inhale, left hand up and over. Right hand is planted. Exhale down. Inhale the right hand up. Keeping the right hip down. Exhale. So we'll flow between these two, right and left. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale over and hold. And then reach over for your left knee. And take that left hand back down. Inhale the right hand up and over. And then we'll reach with the left hand. Deepening the side bend. And then lower the right hand. Now inhale, take both hands up, interlace the fingers, press the palms to the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhale, press the palms forward, round your back. Inhale, back up. And exhale, hollow out through your belly, round your shoulders and press the palms forward. And then inhale up. Press the pinkies back and exhale. Inhale up and release the fingers. Hands come down. Now place your palms down on your knees. Inhale your heart forward. When we do this, let's spread the collarbones. Let the shoulder blades come together and back or come toward one another. And then exhale again, round forward. Shoulders come forward, chin drops. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now we'll sit up tall. Place your hands right down in front of you. Index fingers parallel and fingers kind of spread from there. And then we'll bring the knees underneath your hips. Coming right onto hands and knees here. Tops of the feet down on the mat. Take your right toes to the back of the mat. Lift your right leg. As you exhale, bring the right knee into the right arm, maybe touch or make it close. Inhale, straight back out. Exhale, pull in. Exhale, inhale out. And this time when you pull your knee in, let's hold here for a couple of breaths. Holding the knee up as high on your arm as you can. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. And stretch that leg back out. Reach out. And then take the left hand forward. Hold right there. Reaching forward and back. And then we'll set everything down. Bringing your knees back up underneath your hips. Let's take the left toes to the back of the mat. Lift the left leg. Set yourself up here so your shoulders and hips are kind of leveled off with your mat. Exhale to bring that left knee in, close or to touch. Inhale to lengthen back out. Exhale, tap and touch. Inhale out. Exhale. Hold. Couple of breaths. Core is engaged. One more breath in. Exhale. And lengthen the leg back out and back. Reach forward with your right hand. And again, we're seeking to keep the hips and shoulders kind of level with the mat here. Hold and reach. One last inhale, reach out long. And we'll set everything down. Turn your toes down to the mat. Lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. So we're seeking in our downward facing dog to make an upside down V, letting the head come down between the biceps, and then turning your gaze back toward your knees or your navel. Lifting the hips as high as you're able. One more breath right here. Inhale. And as you exhale, take some steps and walk all the way to the top of the mat. We'll plant our feet. So our feet are either, you can bring the inside of your feet edges to touch if you like. If you choose to do that, you'll probably need to bring your toes together and a little bit of space between your heels. If you have space between your feet, and it can be up to 2 fist widths apart, you may need a little bit more space between your heels than between your toes. That's just so that our feet are parallel and where there's no twisting going on. And let's put a little bend in the knees so that touching the mat with your fingertips is accessible, and it takes the pressure off your low back. You can bend the knees quite a lot here and still get a great benefit from this stretch. All right, let's slide the hands up the shins. Inhale, about halfway up, lengthen out the spine. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, roll up halfway. Hands on the shins. Inhale. Exhale to fold. This time, roll all the way up to stand. Reach up overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up, interlace the fingers. Turn the palms up and take a side bend to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the thumbs down right behind your head so your elbows are nice and open here. Inhale, press the palms back up. Exhale, over to the left. And back up. And forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands and step the feet back to the back of the mat for plank pose. So let's bring the hips on down pretty low. You can have an option here of putting your knees down in plank if you like. You want to put your knees down behind the line of the hips if you choose to do that. All right, holding right here. Well, let's make some circles, drawing imaginary circles in the air with the shoulders above the wrists. So we'll start and go clockwise around and back to the top. And then we'll change directions. Counterclockwise, circling around. One last inhale right there. Bend the elbows and lower all the way down to the mat. So when we bend our elbows there, we keep the elbows in close to the rib cage as we come down. Inhale up for Cobra Pose, lifting just your upper body here, lifting your heart. Exhale down. And let's do that again. Press up and curl the right heel in toward your bum. Exhale down. Inhale, curl the left heel in. And down. One more time, we'll bring both heels in. Inhale. And exhale down. Let's push up to hands and knees. And downward facing dog. Couple of breaths right there. Let's press one heel down to the mat. Bend the opposite knee. And then change sides. And then come back to center. Looking up between the thumbs. We'll take a couple of steps and walk to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up overhead. Reach up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up and bend to the right. And take it up. Thumbs down right behind the head in the center. Maybe touch the thumbs to your neck. Inhale up. And then over to the left. And up. Forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands and step way back to the back of the mat. Plank pose. Hold right there a moment and we'll start that clockwise circle with the shoulders. You can lower the knees if you like. Back around to the top. Change the direction, counterclockwise. Circling around. Back to center, one more breath. And exhale to the mat. Inhale, cobra with the right heel coming in. Exhale down. Inhale left. And down. And both heels in. And down. Push to hands and knees. And downward facing dog. Take a breath, inhale, press back, and walk to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale to fold. Roll all the way up, reach up, interlace the fingers. Last time through for this, press up and bend right. And take it back up, down in the center. And up and over to the left. Reach up and forward fold. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Step to plank pose. Last time for this, clockwise circle with the shoulders, circling around nice and slow, controlled movements. Change the direction. Back to center. Hold right there. Inhale. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra, right heel in. And down. Left heel in. Lift your heart. And down. And both heels in, pull in, and down. Push up to your hands and knees, and downward facing dog. One more breath there. And then walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Fold forward. Roll all the way up to stand. And hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. And forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Reach out with the top of your head. Fold forward, plant the hands, and step just the right foot way back to the back of the mat. We bring ourselves into a low runner's lunge with the left foot planted way up by the left hand. Left knee is tucked in close to your left arm. Now let's lower the right knee. Release the top of the foot down to the mat. And take your hands to your left thigh, push yourself up. So immediately here, if you've got your knee down behind the line of your hip, which is kind of what we want here, you start to feel a lengthening in the hip flexors. So that's what we want here. And you don't have to go really super deep like you're doing the splits, but we do want to get some lengthening here. So option to stay right here with your hands on your thigh. Option also to reach both hands up overhead. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up, side bend to the right. Take it up. Thumbs down behind. Press back up. And side bend to the left. And back up. Both hands down. Turn your right toe down to the mat. Lift the right knee. Maybe come up onto your fingertips. And then step that right foot up to join the left foot. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up. Reach up. Notice how one side feels different than the other right now. Exhale. So let's do the other side. Inhale. And fold forward. Lengthen the spine. Plant the hands. Step the left foot way back. Adjusting as necessary to bring that right knee tucked in fairly close to the right arm. Right foot is planted next to the right hand. And when you're there, we'll lower the left knee and the top of the left foot. So begin to feel the lengthening in the left hip flexor now. We'll take the hands to the thigh and lift on up. So the Sanskrit word for this pose is Anjaneyasana. And I love that word. It's the prettiest word. Inhale to reach up if you want. Keep your hands on your thigh if you like. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up, and let's take a side bend first to the left. And up. Thumbs down behind. Reach up. And then over to the right. And up. Both hands down. Turn the left toe down and lift the left knee. Coming back to runner's lunge. And this time we'll step the right foot back to join the left. Plank pose. No plank circles this time. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. And down. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Inhale to press back. And exhale to step to the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine. And fold. Roll all the way up to stand. Reach up. And bring your hands to your heart. Now shift your weight over to your left foot. Step your right foot back, way back to the back of the mat. It's about the same spot we were in for the runner's lunge. So we've got a lot of space between the feet. And let's leave the heel turned up in back. So option to stay right here with your hands at your heart if you like. Otherwise, you can take your hands up. So we're in what's called crescent pose. Turn those palms to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, side bend to the right. Watch your balance. Inhale up. Down in the center. And up. And over to the left. And up. Hands come down. All right, maybe come onto the fingertips, lift your heart, and step the left foot to the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine and fold. Roll all the way up, reach up. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's do all of that on the other side. Shift your weight over to the right. Step that left foot way back. Leaving the heel lifted and back and bringing this knee stacked right over the right ankle. So we're strong and our joints are stacked. So option to stay right here or to lift up your arms, reach overhead, interlace the fingers, press the palms up and take that side bend to the left. Inhale, down in the center. Press up and over and up. It's a lot of balance. Exhale down. Now step the right foot back to the left foot. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, lift your heart, Cobra Pose. And down. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale to press back. And then take a step or two to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up to stand. Reach up and bring your hands to your heart. Now let's shift the weight over to the left foot again. And we'll step the right foot to the back of the mat, only this time we're going to spin the heel down. So we still want the knee in front, stacked over the ankle in front. Nice, generous bend in the front knee. We've got our hands at our heart. Maybe we're at kind of a diagonal right here. But what we want to do here is to take the left hand to your hip and then reach that right hand forward, straight forward, and see if that right hip will come on around and face forward. So in this pose, now we'll take both hands up. We want to get as close to having our shoulders and hips in line with the front of the mat as possible. And there's a lot going on in the hips here. Inhale here. And exhale to open out warrior two. Same legs, only the hips open up. Turn the palm up in front. Reach all the way around and back. Reverse warrior. And then back to warrior two. Exhale as you take the left elbow down to the left thigh and reach the right hand up to the ceiling. Maybe look up. Now take your palm down, reach your arm straight out, right arm, and then slice it around to reach past the top of your head, making a nice long line from your right fingertips all the way down to your right heel. So we right now have a lot of our body weight transferred onto that left leg. So you begin to feel your left leg talking to you. On your next inhale, use that right arm with a little momentum to swing back around and lift back up, keeping the bend in the knee. And then both hands down. Spinning the left heel, right heel up. All right, on the fingertips, step the right foot in to the left. Sound effects are okay. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. And exhale, fold. Roll all the way up to stand. Reach overhead. And bring your hands to your heart. So let's try those warrior poses on the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot. Step that left foot way back, about the same spot, lots of space between the feet, and spin the heel down. So let's get ourselves set here with the right knee stacked over the right ankle and a nice generous bend in the right knee. Left pinky toe is hopefully pressed down to the mat and back. And we'll keep our hands at a diagonal, kind of facing the top left corner of the mat. Take your right hand to your hip And then reach that left hand forward, straight forward. Feel the left hip come on around and level out with the front of the mat. So find that, feel that, and then take both hands up. Warrior one. Sanskrit word for this is Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reach. And exhale, open out, warrior two. Feel your hips open out as you reach and turn. Now turn the right palm up. Reach over and back, reverse warrior. Make it a long side bend all the way down the right side, resting your left hand on the back of your left leg somewhere. Exhale back to warrior two. Take an inhale. And then exhale, right elbow or forearm down to the right thigh. Reach the left arm up to the ceiling, look up. A little bit of a twist there. Now, palm down on the left hand as you reach straight out. And then make that slice. Reach over past the top of the head. Long line from left hand to left foot. Working the right leg now as it works to hold you up. On your next inhale, swing that left arm around and lift back up, keeping the bend in the right knee as you lift back up. And then exhale down. Spinning the left heel up. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Feels good to straighten out, right? Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale down. Bring your big toes together, plant your hands under your shoulders. And let's push up through hands and knees and sit the hips all the way back to the heels. Child's pose. So you can take your forehead down to the mat if that works. If it doesn't, maybe stack your hands or your fists and rest your forehead there. You'll make your way back up to tabletop, hands and knees. Coming back in so that our joints are stacked, shoulders over wrists, hips above knees. Back is neutral. Let's take that right foot to the back of the mat, turn the toes under, lift the right leg. And once again, we'll reach out with the left arm. Inhale right there. Exhale to bring elbow to knee. Crunch in, round your spine. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, back out. Exhale. Inhale. Two more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, elbow to knee, hold right there, hold, round the spine, tuck the chin, bring the knee in really close. And inhale to reach back up. And we'll set everything down. Take the left toes to the back of the mat. Lift the left leg. And reach out with your right hand. Exhale, knee to elbow, round the spine, tuck the chin. Reach out long. Inhale. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, I think I lost count. Exhale, in and hold. Tucking the chin in, pulling the knee in close, rounding the spine. Hold right there. And then reach back out long. And set everything down. Now walk your knees backwards and lower all the way down to your belly. Let's plant the hands, palms down, right up underneath your shoulders. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Inhale for Cobra. And exhale. Now I'm going to offer a few other options for that back strengthening, back bend. And you can do the Cobra Pose that we just did if you like. If you want to go in a little bit deeper, use a little bit more strength, take your hands back by your hips, turn the palms to the ceiling. As you inhale, we'll lift the legs, the hands, the heart, the head. Everything comes up except your midsection. Hold and breathe. This is called Shalabhasana. Feel all the muscles in your back work. One more breath. And exhale. Now bring, also you have an option here to do this or take one of the other variations we've just done. If you'd like to go in a little bit deeper, bring your right foot in and your left foot. So you can hold the tops of the feet, or you can come on down and hold the ankles. So you can just find a spot that works. All right, on your next inhale, we'll lift everything up. Away we go, lift up. So we're creating a pulling. So we want to kind of feel like our arm is the string of a bow. This is called bow pose. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. All right, now guys, release to Shalabhasana. And take it down. Take a moment right there. Relax your back. Those are hard, but good. They're good for us. So good. Now plant your hands right up underneath your shoulders. Push up to hands and knees. Walk your knees forward toward your wrists. Cross your ankles. Have a seat right behind your feet. All right, let's extend both legs out. Inhale to sit up tall. And exhale to fold forward. Now, guys, when we fold forward, I want you to keep your gaze on your toes. And that reminds us to keep our spines long and straight here. So we're bending from the hip. We have a tendency in this pose to want to bend from the waist and roll in and round forward so we can get the head down to the feet, but down to the legs. But let's forget about touching the head to the legs and keep your spine long. Fold from the hip. You can bend your knees a little bit here if you want to and hold behind the knees. You can reach down and hold the ankles. You can reach around the bottoms of the feet, whatever there works, but keep your spine long. So it's as if you're taking your heart forward. Now round your spine and roll back up. Now let's bring the right foot across the left. Left elbow over. Kind of hook right there. And then we'll take the right hand behind and take a twist. Now turn to face forward and tuck this left heel in close to your hip. We're staying in the cross here. Now reach down, reach down with the left hand to the outside of the right foot. And then we'll extend that leg out. And then when you're ready, take this right hand and reach it around and back toward the back of your mat. So if you're a runner, you may feel this in your IT band on the right leg. Or you may feel it even if you're not a runner. I do, and I'm not a runner anymore. Well, let's come back around, face forward. Release that leg down, and we'll extend both legs out. And then we'll cross that left foot over, bringing the right elbow across to hook, and support yourself in back with your left hand. Take a little twist right there, sitting up as tall and straight as you're able. Now turn forward and tuck your left heel in. And then reach down this time with the right hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Extend the sole of the foot forward. And then take the left hand around to the back of the mat. Again, we're seeking here to keep the spine as tall and straight and vertical as we can. And then we'll turn forward, release that foot, and extend both legs out. All right, let's bend both knees, hold behind your knees, and roll all the way back to your back. Pulling both knees into your chest. If you're joining us from home, I'm turning the lights down now. Maybe take a little rock right and left right there. Now let's set the right foot down right behind your right hip. Cross the left ankle over so you make a figure 4. Reach both hands behind the right hamstring and pull everything in, both knees, both feet. Move in toward you. Notice if your muscles have any tension, if you're kind of gripping and tensing up in your left hip. See if you can release the tension there, relax. Now let's drop that right foot down. Cross the left leg on over, so wrap it on over across the right. Open both arms out like a T. Take an inhale. And then exhale as you drop both knees to the right. Seeking to keep the left shoulder down, on or toward the mat. Now let's bring both knees up. Uncross. We'll plant both feet in pretty close to your hips. Bring your hands in so that you're reaching down toward your heels. Inhale as you press the low back down to the mat, kind of an anterior pelvic tilt. And then exhale as you lift the hips up. Bridge pose. Keeping your gaze right on the ceiling here. Let's lower the hips back down. And cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Reach both hands behind the left leg and pull everything in. Relax that right leg. If your foot's flexed hard, relax there in the ankle. Now lower that left foot down. Open the arms out like a T and cross the right leg on over, wrapping over the left. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees to the left. allowing the right shoulder to stay down close to the mat. Notice what's going on in your shoulders and the back of your neck. If there's any tension there, if you're gripping with your muscles, if you can really intentionally release and let it go. Now we'll bring both knees back up and uncross the legs. Once again, plant your heels in pretty close to your hips. Reach the hands in toward your heels. Inhale as you press the low back down to the mat. And then exhale to lift the hips up. And lower the hips back down. Slide one foot all the way out and then the other. Last pose today. Ending like we began with a few quiet moments. Bring your awareness back to your space. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms out long for a nice big stretch. And bend your knees. Plant your feet. Rock your knees side to side. And then when you're ready, let your knees fall to one side or the other. Rolling all the way over to rest your head on your arm like a pillow. Extend your top leg long and push yourself up to a simple seated position. I sometimes think, what would happen if we began and ended almost all of our activities with a few quiet moments to set our mind before and a few quiet moments to rest and reflect after, how that would change our lives. Let's take a nice big inhale and reach overhead, stretch up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Blessings. So glad you guys were here. Hope you have a great weekend. We're having Tuesday class next week. Thursday and Friday yoga won't take place, and then all the classes are canceled on Friday because it's Good Friday. And the sheets are downstairs. What now? Oh yeah, don't forget, pop-up class tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. here at the Y. It's my Saturday to work, so I'm teaching a yoga class at 9:30 tomorrow.
Is it gonna be like this one?
Yes, similar.
Similar. Okay.
Similar. There's a sign-up sheet downstairs for that class and for all the classes next week, except Friday, of course. So if you want to sign up for other classes for tomorrow's yoga class, all of that's ready downstairs. There's also a Strength Train Together class at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So if you feel like doing Strength Train Together and then yoga, you have options.
But next week, Thursday yoga will not meet, correct?
Thursday yoga will not meet next week.
And you said tomorrow it's 9:30.
9:30. I put it at 9:30 in case someone wanted to do both classes, then they could have a little moment to drink some water and cool off in between.